Nocturnal Detectives is a community science project that seeks to improve human health, bat community, and ecosystem services through a cooperative national sampling of bat distribution in Peru. This study considers the participation of communities in obtaining information about bat species and their presence using acoustic methods. As a result of community participation and conversation with scientists, we expect to promote positive perception of bats and decrease negative interactions with them. Less direct interaction of humans with bats reduces the risk of viruses transmission such as rabies. Simultaneously, the information about bat distribution obtained by community participation will be relevant to future bat conservation measures around Peru. In July of 2023, we developed this study in two farmers' communities on the outskirts of Lima, San Lorenzo de Huachupampa and Quilcamachay. Both communities are 5 hours away from Lima downtown. We choose these communities because we receive reports of bats affecting their cattle. We started our project in San Lorenzo de Huachupampa, a community at 9,639 feet above sea level, with a population of 415. The first step was to recruit participants for the project door-to-door. Their participation involved the installation of an acoustic detector outside their houses for 3 nights. Acoustic detectors are special equipment that record the ultrasound generated by bats. At night, the detector turns on and records ultrasounds around a distance of 30 meters. Each bat species produces sounds in a different frequency that allows differentiation. After the 3 nights of recording, our team picked up the detectors, analyzed the data, and shared the results of the bats registered around their homes with them. Community members who agreed to participate were interviewed about their previous experience with bats, knowledge and perception of this animal. Most participants commented that bats only feed on blood and only know about their presence indirectly by bats on their cattle. They highlight that they register fewer bat attacks when their cattle were at a higher altitude. We had 6 participants in San Lorenzo de Huachupampa. Local celebration made the recruitment process difficult. Participants in this community commented that the Autisha Bridge was a bat refugee. On our way to the second community, because we stopped by the bridge to install an acoustic detector. Quilcamachay is on the other side of the valley, at a lower altitude than San Lorenzo de Huachupampa, located at 8,789 feet above sea level. It has a population of 175. Like San Lorenzo de Huachupampa, participants believed bats only feed on blood, but they reported a higher frequency of encounters with these animals and the urgency to control the bat population. We installed 8 detectors in Quilcamachay. People show us bat-bitten cattle and a preserved bat. Until the beginning of our research, farmers had to take action themselves due to the lack of authority support to solve their issue with bats. After 3 nights, we returned to both communities to pick up the acoustic detectors. During our return, we planned the project's next steps, considering the problems identified in both communities. In Peru, there are 193 species of bats. Only 3 of them feed on blood, and only one of these 3 blood-feed bats feeds on cattle, Desmodus rotundus. Considering that Desmodus rotundus is a species linked with rabies transmission, it is critical to prevent direct contact of this species with the community. Cattle raising is one of San Lorenzo de Huachupampa and Quilcamachay primary economic activity. They produce cheese and milk. The attack of Desmodus rotundus on their cattle have produced baby goats' death and debilitated the health of the adult animals, producing economic loss. Because of these problems, they try to control bats according to their possibilities, probably affecting not only blood-feeding species, but also insectivorous, nectarivorous, or frugivorous species that provide ecosystemic services, such as plague control, pollination, and seed dispersion. Direct contact between bats and people also risks the community's health and increases the probability of zoonosis. In this case, the best way to improve the community's relationship with bats and provide them with an ecological viable solution was through cooperation with the Peruvian Agrarian Health Authority, SENASA. This institution has acted in other parts of the country when the increase of the smallus rotundus population has affected livelihoods in communities. The strategy of this institution is restricted to controlling only the smallus rotundus without affecting other species of bats. We sent a letter requiring their support, attaching testimonies, photos, videos, and acoustic records of the various species obtained through our research. The community's leaders approved this communication, and we are currently organizing a NASA intervention. After analyzing the audio data, we returned to the communities to present the results in their communal assemblies. We registered 10 bat species in both communities, 9 that feed on insects and 1 on blood. We gave the farmers a guide on bats with photos of each species and their type of diet. Also, based on previous experience, we provided community members with key rings that include bats' faces, showing them how to recognize their physical appearance and differentiate the one that feeds on blood from other species. Both communities were impressed by the number of bat species registered and the prevalence of the ones that feed on insects. They value the role of insectivorous bats in controlling insect plagues and understood there was a diverse range of bats besides the ones attacking their cattle. We are still analyzing people's perception of bats and their response changes before and after participating in this community science study. We are profoundly grateful to the team that made this project possible. Fernando, Arturo, David, Amanda and Jaime. Thanks to all of our participants who made this possible, and our sponsors, Cornell Atkinson Center for Sustainability, Latin American and Caribbean Studies, and College of Agriculture and Life Science. We will keep working on promoting community science in Peru. See you soon! The music of this video is called Hualinas, traditional music from the region.